welcome to another episode of Dos and a Half Cincos. This is episode number 69. As part of
nice.
as part of a very Cinco's Christmas, we will be reviewing Nightmare Before Christmas. But before we get into it, as always, I've been your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
So, guys, this week wraps up our very Cinco's Christmas, but we're about to enter Christmas. So, have you guys been preparing at all? Did you guys get your Secret Santa stuff taken care of yet?
What did you get me for Secret Santa, David?
That's funny because I don't have either of you for Secret Santa, luckily.
Wink.
Yeah. I buy
Wink.
that, David. Now just cut the shit. What'd you get me?
So, did you guys see any interesting movies recently?
Stuart.
Did I see any interesting movies?
Ben?
No.
Stuart.
No.
I did, but I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, dear.
Stuart did or you did? How did you know what movie I saw?
What? Because, I mean, no, I don't know what it was, but I know that David watched fucking Peninsula again.
I didn't. I watched it with.
You did. You just said you did.
No, what I'm saying
I
is
didn't. I just watched it
just-
with.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means you did watch it.
It was with Irene's brother and his wife.
I was just in the room for 90 minutes.
It's longer than that.
Okay. That's what she said.
So funny thing about that, I was playing my friend at Marvel at the time, and then I noticed my frame's going to shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look at it, and I see you're watching. I'm like, what the fuck, Harry? Watch this. And I was about
You were about to shut down the server.
No, Plex has this cool feature where you don't have to shut down the server. You can actually just boot individual users off. And when you boot someone off, you could also send a message. So I was about to boot you off and say, why the fuck are you watching this, you dumb asshole?
Damn it.
And I was typing that in, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, it's kind of around Christmas time. And he's already watched it, and he said that it was kind of trash. So I bet he's watching with Irene.
Is that your Christmas gift to him?
You're welcome. Oh yeah, your Secret Santa. So you're welcome.
To not embarrass you in front of her family, just like, yeah, guys, don't worry, I got this dope server we can watch movies on. And then you pull it up, and then some message says, "Quit watching this movie, you asshole."
You dumb fuck. You excuse of human garbage.
Yeah, so watched that, and then also watched Alone. That was a new movie that
one?
No, that's Alive. That's the Alone is a movie about she's a writer, and she happens to lose her husband, and so she goes on this like road trip, and then she gets stalked by this dude who played, forgot the name of the guy from Ozarks, Ruth's uncle.
Yeah.
Not Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
not Jason Bateman. They said that the guy looked like Jason Sudeikis, but
I mean, it kind of sounds like it. I'm already unimmersed from the movie because it's called Alone. Yet clearly, she's not alone if she's being stalked.
She's alone by herself, and then now she's getting stalked.
Yeah, which would render the alone part invalid.
Yeah. Funny thing is, there's actually another movie that came out this year called Alone, which is a zombie movie. That's what I thought we were watching. And that was not
like sweet zombies.
And we're like, where are the zombies at? Maybe the zombies happen here. And then Donald Sutherland's in the movie for the other copy, the other one of Alone. Yeah, and we're like, man, we're kind of far. We're like 45 minutes into this movie. When is Donald Sutherland? Like, that's such false advertising. Donald Sutherland's on the poster, and we haven't seen him, and it's been a good half hour in.
That's how I felt when I was watching Parasite. It's like,
Where's
all
the
right,
zombies?
where's the
Where's the
zombies are
food?
coming any second now. It's a
Oh,
slow
here
burn
comes the
zombie
creepy
movie.
basement. Yeah, I know it's coming.
Oh, there's got to be zombos down there.
Yeah. So Alone was all right. I would end up giving it like a 5.5, maybe. It wasn't that
Oh wait,
terribly great.
okay, yeah, I did watch something. I don't know if this is premature, but I mean, we all watched Mando, right? I mean, we all
Yes,
watched it.
Yeah, yeah.
of course.
We watched it. Okay, huge. We haven't done one of these in a while, but spoiler alert.
Woo!
Woo,
Spoiler
woo,
zone.
woo, woo. Yeah, spoilers. We haven't done a spoiler zone in like 30 episodes.
Yep.
Um,
There's nothing to spoil.
are you still
Oh,
here, listener? The spoilers coming. Just fast forward to whenever. I don't know, or just stop listening. Please don't stop listening.
God, I'm so lonely.
They've already stopped listening long before this
Yeah.
episode
As
started.
soon as they
but
heard
continue.
David go, "Hey, welcome back to," and then they turned it off.
I'm only here for the witty banter that happens in the beginning, but
All right.
didn't happen today.
All right,
All right, go ahead, Stu.
if you're still here and you haven't watched Mando yet, it's your fault, guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man,
Oh my god.
man,
I lost my mind.
I did too. Man, I actually stayed up till release time, till midnight to
Yeah,
watch it.
Thursday at midnight.
Yeah, but Letty was already asleep at the time, and I was watching it with one of my friends. And holy shit, it was so hard not to just fucking scream out, you know,
That
just like
was
ah,
fucking
ah,
so hyped, dude. Oh my god.
as soon as
I'm-
they said, "Oh, there's just a lone X-wing," I'm like,
Ah! I was curious though as to which I'm just gonna say it, which Luke we were gonna get.
Ooh,
I didn't
yeah.
know if we were gonna get like I didn't. So that kind of places. It kind of dates the events in the Mandalorian for us. Like this is not long after Return of the Jedi, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Whereas I was kind of expecting to be more closer to Episode 7. But yeah, that was. Oh man, I was as soon as the X-wing pulled in, it's like oh, and then
Oh, you guys are in trouble now.
the hooded figure. I was like and then the green lightsaber.
I'm really happy we got a Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. That
This-
was
This was the Return of the Jedi we should have had
it was.
from.
It literally
Rise of
was
Skywalker.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh man, I was. Whew, I was watching it by myself, but I was like, I just wanted to like yell at something. Like, oh my god, I was so hyped.
Gotta yell at Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Ah!
I think I don't know what it was, but I know that I was streaming on Friday night, and then they're like, "Have you seen Mando?" And me and Stu were like, "You better not say a single thing." Damn it, Evan! You better not say a single thing about this. I'm watching this as soon as I'm done with this chapter of Dead Space, and then we're gonna go watch this. For some reason, I was holding out on hope that we were gonna get a Mace Windu.
Yeah,
Sighting.
that's who I was kind of hoping for. But then as soon as they said X-wing, I was like, oh.
Yep.
That's it.
Your brain automatically just goes Luke.
Oh, but not only did we get a Luke, we got an R2.
Oh my god,
We
we
got
did
an
get
R2 in the house.
We got it all. We literally got it all. That was like such a great finale. I mean, the first season, the way it ended, it was okay, you know, but I think it all came together in this final episode of the second season, you know?
Oh yeah.
The way they built up the Dark Troopers and how fucking Mando can't really do shit against them.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's a whole fucking army of them. Like as soon as they start flying back, I'm like, oh shit, you know, shit's going down. And then we get the lone X-wing, and I'm like, oh
no.
okay.
Getting goosebumps just
I
thinking
see you,
about
Lucas.
Dude.
I see you, Jon Favreau. I see you.
And when his theme kicks in, you know, like that music, you know, I haven't heard it in so long. Luke's theme when he takes off his hood, I'm just like,
that was
the entire season's budget was spent on
CGI.
CGI.
CGI Mark Hamill. Damn.
I was half expecting it to get like to just be like Mark Hamill, but like extra makeup to look younger, a little slightly younger.
No, they're like, we're digitizing you
Not, I
because
mean,
we
obviously
own your
not
image.
not Return of the Jedi younger, but I'm talking about more like pre Episode 7 younger. Um, just like slightly younger. But
Yeah, but
either
no,
way,
we actually got legit Return of the Jedi Luke, so that's just like, all right,
yeah,
all right.
I'll buy it. I'll buy that.
We've already bought season
You
3.
you win this round, John Favreau.
Yeah,
Damn.
so
Now there's going to be the follow up is now going to be the book of.
that's a
No, wait,
spinoff.
was it?
I think it's a separate
Yeah.
series.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's a separate thing. They confirmed it today.
But is that gonna the Mando is gonna keep going or no?
Yeah, Mando's gonna have a third season, and for some reason they're releasing the book of Boba Fett alongside with it.
That's weird.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining.
Parallel storylines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, it could be different things. A lot of people think it's gonna kind of cover his future outlook into what he's doing on Tatooine, and also go into like a little bit of his past to see how he got out of the Sarlacc pit and everything. But we'll see.
is it gonna be the same act? I'm assuming it's gonna be the same actor.
Yeah, Tamura Morrison. Yeah,
And
of
then
course.
is it who's gonna be like directing it? Is it gonna be like a ensemble kind of like you direct this one and I'll direct the next one?
Yeah, it's going to be similar to Mandalorian, although the executive producers did shift a tiny bit. So with Mandalorian, it was always Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, or at least I think it's Dave Filoni. I know Jon Favreau is definitely attached, but for the Book of Boba Fett, we got a new executive producer. It's going to be Robert Rodriguez.
Wow.
Damn.
Spy
So they're
Kids.
going to bring these Spy Kids into this universe.
No, they're
How do
going to
they work
bring
into
the
it?
Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Holy shit. Are they force sensitive? What's their midichlorian count? Well, are we going to find out these things? It's going to be crazy.
That is weird that he would like I don't know. It's just weird to me that Robert Rodriguez is like all the stuff he's involved in. Like, yeah, okay, Sin City, Planet
Machete.
Terror, Machete, Mariachi, Spy Kids.
Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Was that
The
like his
Adventures of-
first gig? Or
What?
Spy
No, that was
Kids?
like later into his.
Yeah, that's like way later. That's like after From Dusk Till Dawn
Machete.
Oh,
and
really?
after Desperado.
That's so weird.
His first one was El Mariachi.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's still weird.
From what I heard, it was because he wanted to make something for his kids.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why he actually made Adventures of the Shark Boy and Lava Girl, because they actually came up with that idea. And he's like, all right, you said it. I got money to burn. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sitting on this pile of money. Don't know what to do now.
I would say like, damn, I feel like at this point, if somehow like Jon Favreau is not attached to one of these projects, I just feel like it's probably not going to be as good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jon Favreau started this all up, and I think I'd be kind of comfortable with him stepping away if he has more creative energy to do other stuff. Because I mean, he started up the whole Marvel stuff too, right?
Yeah.
He kind of like just planted the seed, and he's just like, all right, you guys do whatever. I'm gone.
Right.
So I mean, I think as long as Dave Filoni is still somewhat associated with the whole series, I think it's still going to be really, really good.
Right. I think the key probably is you have to have someone. Oops. You have to have someone attached to it. Shut up! All I did was drop something. It's not funny.
Dumbass.
Stop laughing at me. Is like you have to have someone passionate about what they're working on. If they're not like passionate outside of it, like outside of work, if they weren't passionate about it, then it's probably not going to be that great.
Yeah, and I think I agree that Jon Favreau definitely brought a lot of that, that passion, that desire to actually create something, Star Wars, like actual Star Wars stuff, not just like, oh, let's make a story and just slap Star Wars onto it, and call it a day. No, like this is something that dived into like deep lore that borrowed from a lot of the old stuff, that a lot of fans would be really
canon stuff.
Yeah, and it's been something that they actually made like new lore out of, and it's been really, really good. So that's why I'm saying that, you know, if Jon Favreau steps away but Dave Filoni still is
Right.
there, I'm pretty confident with it because he's been helming the Clone Wars,
I see.
and that's been going for a really long time. It was so popular, in fact, that it kind of abruptly ended, and then like I want to say like 5 years later, they brought it back for a final season. So
Yeah, it's
it,
because Disney keeps going Clone Wars, the final season. Like wants me to watch that. So
this is
It's
it.
still
I
the
swear to
final
God,
season.
this
okay,
is
well,
it.
can I start at
We're
the
gonna
first
do
season?
it.
I think I'm more concerned not so much with Mandalorian continuing without Jon Favreau. It'd be more about like these other projects that they're starting up.
Yeah. We
It's
got
like
what? The Bad Batch. We got the New Republic or Rangers of the New Republic. We got Ahsoka, the series. What that one
there
I'm
a
really
whole,
excited
we have
about.
a Rogue Squadron one
Yeah.
also.
Oh, that's gonna be a movie
Oh, it's a
apparently.
movie. Oh, okay.
I think. Or someone correct me if I'm wrong on that. I can't remember.
Do we
But
know if Bo-Katan's gonna have her own?
you know, I think that
Bo-Katan?
she's gonna bleed into the Mandalorian at this point because it looks like Mando's storyline is now very, very tightly intertwined with her storyline. Her
Yeah,
whole
because they're gonna
storyline
go
was,
back to Mandalore to try to take back the planet.
yeah,
I
I mean, take back the throne. However,
I yield.
Mando
He
now,
owns the dark saber.
I
yeah, he
yield.
rightfully is the ruler of Mandalore now. So, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna resolve that.
He's like, take it. I yield.
Yeah,
Take it.
take it. Take
It
it.
doesn't work that way. The lore is bigger than the sword itself.
It's like, okay, you throw a punch. Oh, you tested me. It's
Dude,
not that hard, guys. Come on.
It's actually funny that you guys, that both of you guys were talking about, you know, somebody who's extremely passionate about a project, you know, just to be able to make sure that it kind of stays close to, um, almost like canon, right? Right, where there's going to be a good direction where everything is. But then we had Bill Burr in this season as well as season one, who really could care less about Star Wars and gets casted and does an absolute bang up job. And I think at this point, like I feel like pretty much anybody who touches Star Wars, you better know what you're getting yourself into. I mean, I've read so many of these reports about like the guy who voiced Jar Jar Binks, and he thought he almost died at one point. Like he almost wanted to commit suicide because people eventually like, you know, found him on the. And same thing with the guy who played Anakin. Ben, I can't remember his name.
Jake Lloyd.
Yeah. Same thing, right? It's like you better do do some justices because you know there are people who care way more about this than you do. So,
Right.
but yeah, no, I definitely do agree. I like the direction that this is going, and I would, you know, if you guys had a wish list, what would you guys want in season 3?
Shoot, I can't even. I
I
mean,
want them to go to Mando. I want them to go back to Mandalore to like take back. I want to see how that turns out. That's what I would want.
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I would. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to think that like like how's Mandalorian going to continue without Baby Yoda shouldering the load? Like,
Yeah, that was
you know what I
definitely a
mean?
very big draw of the series. So
Let's
I'm
find a new alien baby creature
Yeah.
to save.
baby Admiral Akbar.
I think that one you would probably just shoot out the airlock after like a half hour.
It's a trap.
All right, that's enough.
All right. um.
I
Yeah.
do.
No, I think
We're
this will be
supposed to be
good.
getting a Obi-Wan series, aren't we?
Yeah, I am. Man, I am pumped for that. We got Ewan McGregor confirmed, and we got Hayden Christensen. Holy shit!
Oh, okay. Oh damn.
Oh damn! And that's weird. So,
Wait, how is he gonna be in it?
he's going to be Vader. He's actually taking the role of Vader.
Oh, so Vader's gonna be involved.
But
Okay.
there might be flashbacks. Who knows?
Oh,
But
okay.
it was kind of weird since we were talking about Jake Lloyd and the actor that played Jar Jar, right? You know, there was a lot of hate surrounding them, and there was a lot of hate for Hayden Christensen too at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But that role has kind of flipped for him. Everyone loves him now. You know, everyone that was
From the Clone Wars.
not even from the Clone Wars. It's just like everyone's opinion of him kind of has just shifted. it's interesting, you know. Like
weird 'cause
everyone that was just like invested in the prequel series, or you know, that was around for the prequel series, always thought like, oh, you know, Aiden Christensen, he sucks at acting, he can't do anything right. But now, you know, 2020, everyone's saying that, oh man, Hayden Christensen, he really, you know, carried the whole prequel series and everything, and now he's returning, and everyone's up in arms about it because it's just like, oh man, we love Hayden Christensen.
it's weird
You should
'cause
have brought him back sooner, so that way we could stone him.
like I never had an issue. I don't think I ever had an issue with Hayden Christensen's just his performance. I just didn't like what was going on in the movie. Like
Yeah.
it's like for me to like to pin that on an actor, it's like it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's George
Well,
Lucas's.
Yeah.
Stu, you're talking about using logic here.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
No logic allowed.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We're talking about Star Wars here, right? Same thing that like it's pretty much just like. Never mind. I don't want to get us canceled, so I'm just gonna leave that.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's interesting that some of these guys that they don't get a chance to kind of expand themselves outside of Star Wars once they kind of get stuck in it, and then that's it, right? And then that's forever how they're going to be remembered. I think I read this article about how George Lucas was really unhappy that everybody really hates the first three.
I still love the
like,
first three. I've gone on
you
record.
don't-
I have the receipts. I said I love the prequel series.
I mean, you only love
that's
the first one because
if we have to let go of Ben to continue with the podcast, we're gonna be okay.
No,
We'll
you're
be
not.
fine.
Where are you going to
Yes,
get
we
your
are.
pod racing lore? Huh?
They don't want it. You can
From-
start your own podcast
from-
about pod racing.
from the pod racing
Now
game
this
on
is
64.
The
podcasting.
pod, yeah. This. Wait, I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
All right, so this is the last episode. Episode 69 is Ben's last episode with the
Nice.
Those Now Sneakers podcast.
Nice.
He'll be launching his own podcast called Now This Is Podcasting.
I think we already titled an episode that. So sorry,
I
Ben.
did.
That is a
Yep.
Dos
No, you
Cinco's
didn't. No,
IP.
you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No. Wait, is it?
TM.
Fuck.
Got him.
I'm pretty sure
There
that
we
was the name of episode 8 or 9, whichever one we did.
Damn it. Oh my god.
If you haven't figured it out by now, Ben, we reuse a lot of jokes. But so yeah, that'll cover anything else you guys want to cover about the Mandalorian, Star Wars, possibly.
Nope. I just gotta announce the long wait for the next season.
Yep, gonna be a long year.
Which they said it's going to be what, December 2021.
Well, that's I guess that's when the Boba Fett one is. So
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
when Mando is.
Are they just gonna turn all their Star Wars it's just all Star
Just
Wars
Christmas.
series? Like
Yeah, it's a Star Wars Christmas.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
they've
it's
done
just
that.
like the
They did that before.
Oh yeah,
well,
the Star
yeah.
Wars holiday
Haven't they
special.
released? Didn't they release all the Star Wars movies in December or the last quarter of the year?
Yeah, they always usually do that.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, guys. Anything else? Did you guys watch anything else besides Mandalorian?
Oh, I remember what I watched.
Oh.
I watched a movie called Bad Trip.
Bad Trip.
Yeah, that is the Eric Andre movie. It was pretty much exactly what you expect. Just naked ass Eric Andre in front of real people.
Giving the people what they want.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Whose choice was this one?
It was one of my friends. He really wanted to watch it, and I was like, all right.
Ben, for some reason, every time you say the words "one of my friends," I always assume that's you just saying somebody else chose it, even though you really wanted to see it. And if me and Stu got really excited and go, I was the one who picked it.
Well, are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Oh man, it was my choice. Oh man,
Oh,
I
there
was
it
holding
is.
it in. I
Get
didn't
him.
want to say it right away, but yeah, it was my choice. It was my choice. But yeah, it was pretty much just Eric Andre naked for an hour and a half.
Nice.
Also, we watched, what was that movie called? Shazam. We watched Shazam again.
Oh, that better have been your pick, Ben.
No, that wasn't.
Although Ben didn't even know Shazam existed. Probably.
Shut up.
I didn't even know that was like a Christmas movie, pretty much. Watching, I'm like, oh, this is kind of a Christmas.
You know what? We would have probably given you an extra points if you had picked that for your Christmas movie.
I picked a Christmas movie. We all did, because it's a very 5incos Christmas.
Actually, it's very interesting. Last week's episode is one of our highest listened to episodes.
Welcome.
And there's a lot of comments in there saying that In Bruges is not a Christmas movie.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone just stopped by
right now
to tell us how wrong we were.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Or no. How right David and Stu were.
Right.
Oh,
and how
okay.
wrong Ben is all the time.
That's right.
Oh,
all the
okay.
time.
Well, they obviously didn't listen to the episode, so we can toss up those comments.
They took away your doctoral candidacy for that. But all right. If that'll do it, if you guys think of anything else, let me know. If not, let's take a look. Let's go ahead and run down the box office rundown for this week. Debuting at number 1 is Monster Hunter with $2.2 million. Number 2 is The Croods: A New Age with $2 million. Fatale.
Oh my god!
Whatever. $900,000. Number 4 is Elf, the re-release, $365,000. Half Brothers, number 5, $271,000. The Polar Express at number 6 with $231,000. That one's a re-release. Freaky drops from number 4 to 7, $174,000. The War with Grandpa, $170,000. At number 9, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with $166,000. Number 9, and The Grinch Stole Christmas, $130,000. That's a 2020 re-release. And unfortunately, Come Play has slid out of the top 10.
Oozed down to the.
That's right. It's just dripped all the way down to number 11. $118,000. So, yeah, that was 7 straight weeks in the top 10 for Come Play. I'm not surprised Monster Hunter is number 1 in the box office, but that is so sad.
Jake Orwell seen it yet?
No, he's too busy casting himself as the Monster Hunter.
He's too busy actually hunting monsters.
Question for you guys. This past week, we had Wonder Woman 1984 release. If that movie was to go to theater, where do you think that would have placed? Do you think it would have beat out Monster Hunter, or do you think it would have been under?
I think it would beat out Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident it would beat out Monster Hunter.
Okay. So what do you think that's going to be the impact with all of these movies are going to be going to HBO Max now?
Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Like pretty much all of Warner Brothers major releases coming out, they're all going to they're going to theatrical release on the same day they're going to HBO Max.
I see.
Well, because I think there was a report I think a couple of weeks ago that we discussed really briefly. AMC says that if they are not able to open theaters by the end of January, they will be forced to close permanently.
I feel like they've said that before.
It's like the furniture store that says they're going out of business.
I mean, we'll do it this time.
Okay. I mean, Congress did just pass this gigantic stimulus package specifically for theaters and live event venues.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't remember that part.
I don't know how that's going to work out with AMC, but I'm pretty sure they're good.
Oh,
and we get a sweet $600 from it.
Woo! That's if you make under $75,000 a year.
Looks like we're all getting $600. Woo!
Maybe Dos and Half Cincos we should have incorporate, and that way Dos and Half Cincos can be
also get $600.
We make $0, so we can get 600 at least.
Yeah, hello Congress. That's right, zero's less than 75,000. Money.
We are a small business.
Wait, actually, wouldn't we have been eligible for the small business like relief loans or whatever?
Yes.
If we were an LLC.
Yes.
Or an S corp.
Did you say we're an S corp?
S corp.
I mean, we could. I can try.
Not S corp. Forget it. Okay.
Do dudes only.
Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to ask a question. Stu, what's this movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
Nobody.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. I thought that I saw that preview and I was like, this. Why is Bob Odenkirk trying to do John Wick movie? But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's like Bob Odenkirk, no, from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, is like now he's gonna be in a super action shooting movie that I guess also is a comedy since it's Bob Odenkirk.
Speaking of Bob Odenkirk, the reason why I brought it up was I started watching Arrested Development again, and he plays one of the marriage therapists, and I was just like, why does that guy look so?
One, right?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna become an actor now, but he's only in like 3 episodes. But I was like, why does that guy look so familiar? And I was like, wait a minute, if I can imagine him as a lawyer, maybe that might be it. Oh my god, it's him. Okay. But yeah, so that's the only reason why that reminded me. Stu, what was the question that you wanted to ask about Nobody?
I had a question.
No, I don't know. You asked me to bring it up this week.
I just wanted to see how Ben felt about seeing Bob Odenkirk as John Wick.
I'm pretty excited about it. It actually has some talent from, the John Wick movies, so it could possibly be good. I think it's from the director of Atomic Blonde. I didn't get to see that.
Elisa Neishuler.
Huh? What?
Okay, you can't just
Elia?
make noises, David.
I don't know. That's the name of the director.
I don't know.
Oh, he directed Hardcore Henry.
I wonder if this is gonna. I'm noticing a little bit of a trend. I wonder if it's going to continue, where it's like you take like this actor,
Unknown.
not necessarily unknown, but you just take this maybe like a aging or maybe not that big of an actor, and throw him into this role or throw them into this role of, you got Keanu Reeves and John Wick. You had was it Charlize Theron and Atomic Blonde?
The old guard.
Yeah. Or no, yeah, the old guard, and then what was Atomic Blonde? Yeah, no, it was Atomic Blonde too.
Yeah.
And then you got Bob Odenkirk and Nobody. Is this the vehicle for like revamping or revitalizing someone's career?
It could be.
Angelina Jolie was in Salt a long time ago.
Yeah.
Same thing. Interesting.
That didn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It didn't relaunch her career.
I don't think she needed relaunching at the time, but like Keanu Reeves definitely was like that. Like blew him up all over again. And then
he blew him all over my face.
Yes, he blew it right into my. He blew it right into my chest after he ran out of shotgun ammo and loaded the last shell in through the ejection port and blasted it right into my chest.
And then they loaded him up onto a biochip and injected him straight into my brain.
Spoilers.
Wow. Okay, Cyberpunk 2077. 2020, sorry. Yeah, I know that both of you guys are now further into the game. Your feelings still the same?
I don't know how much further I am, but I have more money.
We have money.
I was like, I see a car that I want to buy. I'm like, oh man, but I need to save up that much money now. I can't be showing up to these street races in the pace car. Are you kidding me? So that's my main mission right now. Story be damned, I'm getting a better car.
But yeah, so there a lot of news about Cyberpunk 2077 getting pulled from Sony's PlayStation Store and a bunch of other stuff. But I guess I didn't realize that there was this much backlash about it.
It must really be bad on PS4. Like, I don't know. Like, I haven't really looked to see what it's like, but it must be really bad for it to be going down like this.
Yeah, seriously.
But there is a new patch that just came out, no?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, 1 point.
Did it fix a lot for you, Ben?
Not. I mean, it's still kind of buggy. I mean, it's the same amount of bugginess. It still kind of crashes.
It crashes for
still
you?
Good.
Yeah,
it's still good.
On PS5, it literally, like, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. It crashes at least once an hour. At least.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, it's really annoying. Like unplayable.
No, I mean it's still playable because it still does auto save and everything. It's just kind of
It's still
annoying.
good.
It's
It's
just like,
still good.
yeah, just
Apparently, if the save file gets too big, it'll corrupt itself.
Oh yeah, well that's for PC right now. That like
Don't
if
do
you're
too much, Stu, or else you're gonna have to start all over.
Oh yes, that is an actual thing. Like if you do like too much crafting or something, it adds up more memory to your save file. Because apparently every time you craft, it makes like a new record in your save file, and it quickly adds up. So
Good thing I haven't crafted anything.
yeah.
Oh, it also there. Anytime you get a new car that's above the base car, it causes the entire game to crash.
If you just get a car, it'll just crash your game. So just don't get a car.
As soon as you buy a new car, it crashes and corrupts your save file.
More
Yep, you gotta
specifically,
start all
if you
over.
get a good car.
But yeah, it sounds like, well, in terms of its release, Ben, I know that you had some experience with this. Marvel's Avengers. How is this compared to?
This is miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles better than Avengers.
This is a
boy.
completely polished game compared to Avengers.
Like
Marvel's Avengers wishes this could be it.
one of our longtime listeners, King Bowie, I was playing Avengers with him, and holy shit, man, he was so pissed. He got soft locked in that game where we were doing the campaign together, and we got to this part where it's like, oh, talk to this dude, and he went to go talk to him, except the dude never showed up. And he couldn't do anything about it. He tried restarting the game. He tried just doing a whole bunch of shit to make him show up. Nothing happened. And he was soft locked for, I think, a month. And by that time, it was just like, well, I don't want to really play this anymore. So
I don't want to play this anymore.
yeah, it was bad. I mean, like if you go into that game right now, it's still bugged as shit. Like it's terrible. It's not even fun to play. Like with this, it's still pretty fun to play. It's buggy, but there's a lot of things you can do in the game. Like Avengers, you had one thing to do, and it was just like beat up bad guys. That's it.
You have one job.
It's definitely a lot like Fallout. That game is like 10 years old, and it still has every fucking bug in it that when it first launched, and everyone loves that game. And yeah, I mean,
it's character at that point.
Yeah,
when
pretty
it's
much.
that old.
Everyone loves those bugs. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what happens with Cyberpunk because they said they're working on the bugs right now, and they're adding a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, I'm having a blast.
Starship Trooper bugs.
Ooh, that could be a DLC. Who knows? I wouldn't count that out.
All right. Well, any other thoughts about pretty much anything since we're not really doing any box office rundown anymore since Come Play is out of the top 10?
Yeah, we can move
over. Okay.
Anymore.
Yeah, we can
let's go ahead. We can go ahead and jump over to our movie of the week, Nightmare Before Christmas. Stuart?
Oh, you want me to say something? Okay.
Yes, please.
Hey, are you a edgy, angsty high school kid, and you're outcast from all the cool kids, and need to fit in somewhere? Well, why don't you watch Nightmare Before Christmas and get a sweatshirt from Hot Topic about that movie? Sure, maybe you haven't seen the movie, but you'll sure look pretty goth and edgy with it, and you'll fit right in with the other people who have the Nightmare Before Christmas clothing for some reason. Did you know that was a kids movie though? Anyways, yeah, come on down to Halloween Town and visit Jack Skellington as he tries to go on a wacky adventure trying to kidnap Santa Claus to do Christmas. But you're a skeleton. You can't do Christmas. Get out of here, Jack Skellington.
And once you've metamorphosed, you can wear an antisocial social club.
Yeah, that's the next phase. That's like
the next step away from that. Hey, once you get a regular job,
you feed them a magic candy, and then they or whatever, and
evolves.
I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one because you actually have to. Okay, so with Nightmare Before Christmas, it's Hot Topic. You can just go in their bargain bin. Voila, Nightmare Before Christmas, antisocial social club. You need like $500 to get a fucking T-shirt.
It's like the Supreme for antisocial people.
Yeah, or not even for antisocial people. It's just another Supreme. It's just like
okay.
Supreme
It is just
B
Supreme.
sides,
Okay.
B sides, or
They
you
they all get their T-shirts from the same sweatshop in Bangladesh. So
yeah. Should I put
So
Supreme on this one or antisocial social club? Oh, it's your birthday. You can choose which one.
can I do both?
Whatever you
that
want.
would be a misprint, and then that would probably be worth the most
Yeah.
if it had both of those logos on there. I know that last week we talked about the new Marvel release, the What If series. There's one scene that brought it up. I wanted to ask this before we kind of went into like the review. Was since Disney has been doing this What If series, what if they redid this movie, but instead of picking the Christmas tree, he picked the turkey?
Any of the other trees?
Any of the other holidays? What do you
See,
think? Would that have been more interesting?
no, but I think what would be interesting would be
Nope.
a series where each season he explores each tree.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, we're trademarking that Disney. You can't take that.
Disney, talk to us.
well, actually,
Ben,
they
shut
already
up.
covered this already
Did they?
extensively in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So when Sora and Donald and Goofy
All right,
first
just end the
arrive in
episode.
Halloween's,
Ben's not going to stop.
And thank you guys so much for joining us on this week's episode of Those Damn Amigos.
What one thing I struck me about this movie, which I'm like, man, these guys are missing out, is like, how has this not been turned into like a Broadway musical? Like, I would totally watch this. Like, I
Oh,
totally watch this.
I'm sure they've tried to, but I think Disney is so protective of their IPs, and I think since this one is shared, because this one is not just Disney's, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. Oh yeah, it's 50%.
It's
50%
Burton, right?
Hot Topic. You're right.
Yeah.
Hot Topic Studios presents.
Yeah, because isn't this a Tim Burton thing?
It's
Also?
a Tim Burton movie, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
so I don't know if he would have lent it
I
to.
think it would have been a pretty good musical.
I think so.
But yeah, this movie for me, it was, I saw it when I was a little children,
Wee little light.
a wee little lad, which made it all the more confusing when I showed up to high school and there were people wearing the Nightmare Before Christmas clothes as if it were like the dope thing to do. But the whole time I was just like, that was like a kids movie, right? But anyways, I digress.
There's Disney people and there's not Disney people.
Yeah. But this was like, I guess you could say this was like a Disney movie for non-Disney people, maybe. I don't know.
Well, because it's ironic, right? It's a Halloween
Dark.
movie that happens during Christmas.
It's dark and edgy, and
Rudy.
yeah, nobody celebrates Halloween. But this was just a fantastic trip down memory lane. It was one of my favorite movies growing up. Before I started getting into rated R stuff. But yeah, it was just. I mean, there's not just everything. The songs, the story, the animation was amazing. Classic Tim Burton. And it makes me like. I was kind of looking at. There's like there were a couple other movies like Corpse Bride and Frankenweenie. I don't know if any of them were as good as this one.
I think Corpse Bride had a pretty good reception for it, but I think the other one just didn't really land as well.
But I was like, man, they needed to make it. We're overdue for another one of these. Timmy, come on. Now's the time.
Yeah, I think what's the most recent movie that had a style like this?
Well, I think Tim Burton's last one was Frankenweenie.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted something more similar to this, I would say probably Coraline. That's by the same director, Henry Selick, I think his name is.
Tom Selleck.
Yes, Tom Selleck. Well, no, more specifically, Tom Selleck's mustache directed it. But yeah, Tim Burton produced the movie. Henry Selick directed it, and Coraline kind of follows the same kind of dark dark children's fairy tale.
Wasn't Dumbo also?
Dumbo was Tim Burton. And that one is pretty much just It's Always Sunny, the movie with the giant elephant, because Danny DeVito's in it, and he's just like, so anyways, I started blasting. And
I dropped my Magnum condom for my monster dog. I like, just a quick side note, I like how in that episode that he keeps like mixing up the line where it's like first it's like I have a Magnum condom for my monster dog, and then later on he's like my monster condom for my Magnum dog.
Yeah. He's trying to squeeze it in.
Anyways, that was a quick digression. But this movie for me is easy 10 out of 10.
Ooh. By you, Ben?
So I first watched this movie in high school, actually, because of everyone wearing all of that stuff. And, I really hated it. I remember thinking like, wow, this is ass. And why the fuck is everyone wearing this shitty Hot Topic fucking Nightmare Before Christmas bullshit, all right? First of all, get out of my Kingdom Hearts / Naruto / Invader Zim store, all right? You go down the street or something. There's a Disneyland down there, all right? And, rewatching this, I was fully prepared to hate on it again. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. I actually enjoyed it this time. I was like, why did I hate this so much? The songs are really catchy.
On order.
The animation, you're saying that why hasn't anyone made this into a Broadway musical? I think part of the charm with this is that, this kind of is a callback and homage almost to like those old Christmas movies, the stop motion claymation ones, Yeah, so it kind of had like that same kind of quirkiness and style to it, but it introduced these gothic dark themes to it at the same time. So that's why I think it really works really well. And then rewatching it, I was thinking at the same time, like, why do I know the lyrics to this if I hated it so much? And I remember
catchy.
Besides it being catchy, I remember that I actually really liked the Marilyn Manson version of it. Like, it was pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I gotta say, I was proven wrong. I really enjoyed it watching it this time around. Had a lot of charm to it. It was. What more can I say about the music, the humor?
Your judgment wasn't clouded by your hatred of Hot Topic.
Yeah, who the fuck stops at Hot Topic? Who has a membership card to Hot Topic, and where can't I find mine?
Where can I find these?
Where specifically? That's so disgusting.
Also because you haven't been able to go to one in almost a year now at this point.
It's different now, all right? It's different. It's different now. I gotta give this 10 out of 10 actually. Really enjoyed it.
For me, I actually haven't. I think this is the first time I've actually seen the entire thing in one sitting.
Wow.
Did
you watch it in Chinese the first time?
No. Yeah, it was on the boat as I was. Oh
God, could you imagine how terrifying that would be to like be a non-English speaker like on a boat over here and like that's the only thing playing?
I kind of had a very similar experience to Ben, except for the fact it wasn't like a burning hatred I never understood it. And I was just like, I guess it's just one of those like Disney things where people just, they pick one franchise and they just love it to death. Disney or Star Wars, like we were explaining earlier. So for me, like I'd seen it like bits and pieces of it. So I think I've seen the entire movie entirely at one point, but never like continuous from beginning to end. I think I've never really appreciated it up until like after we've reviewed all of these movies and just how much technical detail and how difficult it is to be able to do these stop motion movies to make it look like an actual, it's not just like this jittery Lego mess where it's like, oh, they jump from like frame to frame. It's like continuous in the entire thing, and they think about each one of the details. And so and then also like the music. Actually, I was a little bit surprised. I didn't realize Stu was gonna like a musical movie this much. I don't know why, but just it didn't strike me as a movie that you would really
Well,
enjoy.
I think probably part of that is I didn't remember how much of it was musical. Like I remember
It's
there
all
were
singing.
songs, but it's like as one thing I noticed this time is like, wow, there's a lot more like song and
Singing
dance.
than I remember.
Yeah, and then I remember. Not that I have a problem with it because it's all great, but
Yeah.
it's
So
just
for
how
me,
that way. It's
yeah.
okay.
For me, I feel like some movies just don't age well, and this is definitely not one of them. This one aged incredibly well. It still will stand the test of time, and it brought up a lot of really good memories in terms of just like been to Disneyland a couple times. I used to be a pass holder at one point. I know, whatever. And then so around Halloween time, they would play the songs instead, and they would change the entire park to be kind of reflective of that. And now that I think back to it, I'm like, okay, now it starts making a little bit more sense. So I probably should have watched the movie before, but yeah. So thank you, Stu, for recommending this one for as part of a very Cinco's Christmas. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Woo.
So yeah, no, it's the anti-Christmas's Christmas movie,
Okay.
but it's
TM,
also still
TM, TM.
Christmas.
We got to make T-shirts.
Wait, that's
Yeah.
not in Bruges. Wait a
Okay.
minute.
I didn't say sub Christmas movie.
Sub Christmas. No, that was anti-Christmas. I think you're mixing up the movies. So this time we watched the musical A Nightmare Before Christmas, David. This is how your kids are going to talk to you.
Are they going to bring like long pages of dissertations when I just tell them you're wrong?
Yeah.
Because you're a child, go to your room.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's character was kind of having a nightmare before Christmas.
Stu, stop proving it for Ben.
Oh shit, is that what I'm doing? I just wanted to say that. Okay, shit.
It was good, but now it has legs. Chop them off. Quick, Stu.
Chop, but then they're just gonna crawl around because they're from Halloween Town.
That's true.
Nothing dies here.
And then he'll start singing.
Yeah. I would say like a favorite part of the movie, but like there's so many, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just too many. I guess one that stood out in my mind that I can recall right now is that it's like this is probably a joke for the classic Disney sticking in the kind of adult humor for in a kids movie, but towards the beginning when like Jack goes missing and the mayor's trying to find him, and he's like knocking on his door. He's like, "Jack, I'm just an elected official. I can't make decisions on my own."
Yeah.
It's like, now that I'm an adult, I find that funny.
I think you're right. Like this movie has a lot for everybody. I feel like it doesn't leave a lot of people out. It's kind of like that like kids film for adults, because there's like stuff like that gets thrown in there that I'm sure kids probably were like, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's not a huge thing that we have to worry about. Let's see. Ben, what's one of your favorite moments?
I really liked the final face-off between Oogie Boogie, right,
Mm-hmm.
and Sora
My
and Donald and Goofy.
buzz.
So that boss battle was actually a little difficult
Okay.
because it revolved around a
right.
subset of RNG.
Just
You
wrap
had to
the
get what the
episode up now,
guys
David.
did.
He's not gonna stop.
Yeah, it sounds like we can wrap this one. So for me, my favorite moment is when Jack first shows up to Christmas Town and he goes into a song about what's this. That I don't, for some reason that soundtrack like kept sticking out for me over and over and over again. I was like, man, why do I know this? And yet I was like, man, like the theme, I don't remember knowing where I had heard it before. But yeah, no, for me that's definitely one of my favorite songs from the entire movie.
Shit. Why didn't I just watch this on Disney Plus? It's on there.
Wait, what'd you watch it on?
I watched it on the Plex.
Wait, I didn't have it on Plex.
Well, it was on there somewhere.
Oh,
Someone had it on there and I watched it.
I think you're on someone else's Plex.
Well, whatever. Maybe it's just a movie. Maybe it's just a movie they have on there, like because they have like Crackle movies on there, don't they?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's true.
I was like, "Where's Ben? Didn't put it on here. How am I supposed to watch this?" And then,
oh, it's here.
Oh, it's a Disney movie. Oh,
that's right.
I could have watched it in 1080p instead of 480. Guys, any other thoughts before we go ahead and wrap this one up?
No, that was a good Christmas run.
yep.
Okay. Well, funny thing is, with the end of Very Cinco's Christmas, we each picked one. We have Christmas is coming up in 4 days. Is there a Christmas movie that we want to review for next year? Yeah.
The Christmas Final Boss.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Never seen it.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Never seen it.
I would say, I think, well, this is just my opinion, not saying we have to do
Die
it.
Hard again?
No. Well, we could do Die Hard 2 since we did Die Hard 1 last year, but I was going to say, because this is like a classic, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Feel like you should have seen it, but A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, that's always a classic one to watch.
Yeah, we can do that. All right, so I'm with that.
Ben, any objections?
That's the one with Ralphie, right?
Yes.
And the pop gun.
Never seen it, but yeah, I'm down.
Okay, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Or not, whatever.
Or not.
Yeah, now you'll know
All right.
where it's from.
Yeah, so join us next week as we review as part of a Very Cinco's Christmas special. Will be A Christmas Story. Guys, definitely don't forget to check us out on Twitch. You'll be able to find the link in the description. We stream Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This week will be a little bit different since it'll be Christmas. So this will be Christmas week. So check us out any other time. So don't forget to hit the follow button on there. You'll find us on everywhere you're getting your podcasts: SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop us a note. I've been your host, David.
I'm Stuart.
And I'm Ben.
Guys, don't forget to tip your Reiki masters, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from each other. Guys, have a very safe holiday, and we guys will check you out next week. Okay, bye.
Bye.